Now let us see what are the different kinds of constitutions we can look at in respiratory symptoms. And I'm telling you, further symptoms that I'm going to share with you, I have, this is my own experience. If you find this is not just the keynote, not just the local symptom. It is a constitutional thing that you get. So if your child is coughing, having ipecac-like symptoms and obese, ipecac will never fail. But you have to find the keynote and the const, because what is happening? Can can you see my screen?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Okay, I think Madhu. Okay, so fat, obese children having cough with nausea and vomiting, with saliva and clean tongue, ipecac is bound to work. Hmm? See how interesting the second symptom is. Spasmodic whooping cough in tubercular girls. So you have to understand two words here. What? Tubercular and girls, the constitution. And you have to understand two more words here, spasmodic and whooping. So the remedy is nephritis. Nephritis cannot exhale. Worse, by drinking. Why? Because the food goes in wrong direction. Let's read nephritis. Each spell of cough, the cough would be so severe, uh, extremely severe, like coccus cacti, like we discussed, laurocirrhosis. The sound of cough will make you worry. It will make you feel, no, this is not a normal cough. ऐसी खांसी जिसे सुन के लग रहा है ये बंदा मर ही जाएगा. See what Boric writes. A great medicine for whooping cough. Suffocative, asthmatic paroxysm, spasmodic cough. Cough is so violent that as if each spell would terminate the life. Because you can observe that the face gets blue and the patient is not able to exhale. Very a lot of effort is required to cough. And when the patient coughs, what is whooping cough? Because it's the last chance that is patient getting to this sound of whoop. That is called whooping cough, because that's the last chance that is patient is getting to inhale. And patient wants to bathe in ice cold water. But anything that, there are patients who इनके गले को बहुत जल्दी खाना लग जाता है. This is one of the remedy. The food goes into trachea and that excites a spasmodic whooping cough. Because the food goes in wrong direction. Few paroxysms in day, but many at night. But remember, the cough is very violent and spasmodic. How much violent? That each spell could terminate the life. You remember this remedy? Nitin is asking, what is croup? क्रूप नितिन हिंदी में बोलते हैं, जिसको यहाँ हमारे पंजाब में बोलते हैं हुथु छिड़ जाना. इट्स लाइक अ अटैक ऑफ कफ, that comes, which is not like a normal cough but a very severe cough, in which patient has great difficulty in breathing. So patient has to, in normal cough, you can keep working and doing all your stuff. But when the croup comes, then the attack of the croup comes, the patient has to leave everything and has to attend the cough. That's called croup. Whooping cough is different. Barking cough is different. Spasmodic cough is different. Suffocative cough is different. So all are different coughs. So little bit, you guys do your homework and learn how to differentiate all these words. Yeah. More. Okay, sorry, I have not finished this. Huh? Nephritis, tubercular, and Rossera. Line. Spasmodic whooping cough in tubercular girls. Nephritis, tubercular, Rossera. Now you know how to differentiate nephritis, tuberculinum, and Rossera. Whooping cough of oversensitive and girls who weep very easily. Viola odorata. It's a very sensitive remedy. Very sensitive to music, very emotional. So what are we concentrating here? Along with cough, respiratory symptoms, we are concentrating on the constitution of the patient. Chronic dry cough in pining boys. Viola odorata, girls. Lycopodium, boys. Emotional girls, Viola. Pining. What is the meaning of pining? Somebody? Not only lacking in boyish को Bharat, it's much more. The story of pining is सूख रहे हैं, पतले हो रहे हैं, emaciation हो रहे हैं. Meenakshi, this is all from Materia Medica and repertories. Everything is there in your Materia Medica and repertory. It's nothing that I am making of my own. It all belongs to the masters. Yes, they are shrinking, pining. Whooping cough after vaccination in scrofulous boys. Again, glands. See how many elements are there in one line. Whooping cough, vaccination, and glands. Thuja. Bound to work. But the point is how you observe this, how you don't miss this. Chronic rattling cough in infants. Means the cough is not improving, you are giving several remedies. Why? Because there is a sora in the background that you are not attending to. Chronic cough night and day, which makes the boy breathless and quiet. Yes, Sahaja, it's also mental. There is some emotional content in pining as well. वो ऐसे ही नहीं सूख रहे हैं. They are not just emaciating without any reason. There are some emotional reasons behind that. Our masters have used these words very carefully. So read this symptom. Cough day and night. Boy becomes breathless and then becomes quiet. See, the quiet is the keynote here. Natrum mure. Why? Because there is a grief. And the pining also means there is a silent disappointment, silent emotional disappointment, because of which the nutrition is not going inside your body. कहते हैं ना, प्यार में पड़ गया, अभी भूख लगनी बंद हो गई है. So there is a nostalgia and grief behind that. Yes, Sehaj, I am very happy from your comment. I'm telling you, you have truly understood what a single. There is always a story behind every word that our masters have used in our Materia Medica. अगर इमेसिएशन होता तो वो लिख देते ना, इमेसिएशन. Why did he use the word pining only? Because there is a story behind that we need to understand. See how interestingly this is written in our Materia Medica. Chronic night distressing, constant cough in young tubercular subjects. If you are able to find this, see this clear cut in a patient, Drosera is bound to bring result. Chronic cough in growing too fast young people with typhoid. You know, the never well since typhoid, acid phos is one of the remedy. And phosphorus element, they grow too fast. And then having chronic cough. And also grief is there in acid phos. And rest the things you can just confirm. He likes to drink refreshing things. Drosera, our masters have suggested to be one of the first remedies to be thought at the beginning of tuberculosis. Chronic cough with catarrhal affections in young sensitive women. Even if I write here a better word, hysterical woman. Chronic cough in young slender people with frequent epistaxis, phosphorus.